Hey there, welcome to LSAT Demon Daily. I'm Ben Olson, one of the founders of LSATdemon.com and our weekly podcast, Thinking LSAT. With me is Eric Johansson, our producer and LSAT Demon teacher. We have an email here from PG.
PG says, "Good afternoon. I've been tuning into the podcast for about a year now, and I recently transferred to an elite public university from community college with a 4.0 GPA. I just started drilling on the demon in my free time, and I have listened to podcasts where you talk about the importance of maximizing your GPA. But I have strong reasons to look forward to enrolling in law school upon graduation. When should I start seriously studying for the LSAT if I plan to enroll in the fall of 2026? Best, PG."
Okay, well, you have our permission to start studying now because you have a 4.0. I mean, presumably that's the highest GPA you can get. Some people can get 4.33, depending on how their school calculates grades. So if you can do better, you might still want to focus on your GPA. But if that's the best you can do, then go ahead and get started. And I would start now because you should take the test as soon as you're ready. And you don't know how long it will take you to get ready. At the same time, Eric, what did you think of PG's strong reasons?
I don't know what those strong reasons are. The one legitimate strong reason that I can think of is if you're here on a student visa and you're gonna have to leave the country if you don't go straight to school. That's the one that we've encountered where it's like, okay, yeah. But if it's anything other than that, then so without really knowing what PG's reasons are, hard to comment. But unless you're going to get deported if you don't go to law school, then the reason's probably not as strong as you think it is.
So maybe the reasons are legit, PG. But yeah, if most people, they have really strong reasons for applying as soon as they possibly can. And in the vast majority of cases, those reasons are just total malarkey. So I don't know. It's hard to comment on that beyond that, but just be wary.
Yeah. That said, if you want to apply for the fall of 2026, I mean, you want to give yourself the opportunity to maybe take the LSAT 5 times before then, which, counting backwards, you'd be beginning your attempts in early 2026.
Early 2025.
2025.
Yep.
5, which means that's a couple months away. So you should be studying
now,
so you could potentially start taking the test early next year to give yourself multiple attempts before you apply next fall.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because as you're talking about that, I have to go back to the reasons because if you really do have a strong reason and we assume that to be true and you have to start law school in the fall of 2026, then you got to get your ass in gear and start probably taking tests as soon as you can hopefully get your score up. But that's the thing that we're always fighting against because people are trying to meet some deadline and then they compromise on their LSAT score and that just makes the application process go downhill from there.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Do not sacrifice your grades. If you have it's great that you have a 4.0 from community college. I think the school system that you have gone into, I believe, is one that gives A+, which means you have the opportunity to get better than a 4.0 if you can. And if studying for the LSAT would in any way distract you from that, then delay your LSAT study, focus on your grades first.
Well, wait, so Eric, that's a little tough though, right? Because if the real if the strong reasons are actually strong, LSAT is more important than GPA if you're on a timeline.
That's true.
The problem with that is that everybody thinks they're on a timeline that they're not actually on. And so then we're like, okay, do GPA first, then do LSAT once you're done because you have all the time in the world to do LSAT. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have this conversation because we don't know what the strong reason are.
Yeah. And you're right that LSAT is more important than GPA, but you only get one chance to lock in your GPA. And once that's there, there's no going back and changing it.
Yeah.
LSAT, you can always retake.
That's true.
So hopefully, PG, that your reasons for going KJD, hopefully those reasons are not as strong as you think they are.
Yep.
And you can give yourself some more time.
Yep. And then you would do GPA, and then you would do LSAT maybe later. Otherwise, you got to do both now somehow.
Yeah. Best of luck. Thanks for writing in. Email daily@lsatdemon.com if you'd like to ask us a question or share some LSAT or law school admissions news. Thanks for listening.